In this screencast, I'm going to show you how to go beyond the basics with editing and working with your course in iTunes U. In the previous screencast, we talked about logging into iTunes U, getting started with iTunes U, and some basics about the interface that revolves around iTunes U. Now we're going to go a step further and access our course and change some information about it and upload some new content. So what you can do is once you've logged in as the administrator or as the instructor of your course, go ahead and click Available Courses, and that's going to send you to an area where you can locate your specific course on iTunes U. Now, you can see that we have all of these different courses. If you're the teacher for Accounting 211 or the person who's working with it, you could go ahead and select Accounting 211 right there. I'm going to go ahead and work with the IST 110 course as a basic starting point. And now you can see some information that's a little different. Now that you're logged in as the administrator to your course, we've got some new things, the editing palette or administrator panel, as I like to call it, right over here in the right. And you've got a couple of different things. We're going to focus on Edit Page. So just click on that. And now you can see you've gone into editing mode. We can add some new things and manipulate our course by adding some new information to it. So to start, we could change the name of the instructor that works on this course. And right there, we've clicked on the pencil. I could change this to whatever I want, but I'm going to leave that name there. And once I'm done, all I have to do is go over and click Save Changes. Some other things we can do, we could add a new icon to our course. And that's going to take us to uploading artwork. It'll open a new browser. We're going to talk about uploading information in just a minute. But right here you could choose a new file that could be your new icon for the course. I'm going to go ahead and X out of that for a moment. Other things we can do, we can edit the description of the course. You can put whatever you want in there that's going to give your students, or if it's a public course, the public, a good idea of what the course is all about. In another screencast, we're going to talk about a new feature called Groups. It takes tabs, which we see right down here, to the next level. Right now, I'm not going to get into adding a new tab, but in a subsequent screencast, like I said, we'll take care of that. Just to cover that though, if you want to add a new tab, we can click the plus icon right here, and that'll create a new one. So we could have a new section for lectures, readings and presentations, assignments. Really, it's limited to however you want to do it. If you wanted to do a week-by-week structure, you could do a new podcast and a new section for a new week and then drop it into a new tab or group. We'll talk about that in a little while in a different screencast. Right now I'm going to show you how to upload some content to one of these areas. We're going to go to Upload and Manage Files for the course on iTunes U. And again, that's going to open up a new web browser, which is going to mimic what's in iTunes U, but it's going to let you add some new information, move some things around. It's a little more easy to work with. So, if I wanted to add a new lecture, I could go over here and all I have to click is Add a New File. And what that's going to do is if I click Add a New File, it's going to let me search my hard drive and put in a new set of information that I want to add. I could also go over here and click the checkbox for Applied Project Management, go down to Choose an Action, and I could delete the files, or I could move the files to a new section on my course. For readings and presentations, iTunes U accepts PDF format documents. You could put up PDFs that your students can download and work with while they're listening to the podcast that could be beneficial for teaching. I do want to mention that podcasts should be uploaded in M4A or MP3 formats, so that's AAC or MP3. In another screencast, we're going to talk about the Enhanced Podcast or M4A, but please upload audio files that are of that quality. When you're all finished editing, you're satisfied that you've put everything you'd like to into the web browser, you've uploaded your content, let's go ahead and click End Editing when we've returned to our iTunes U window. And that's going to take you out of editing mode. And if you're all done with iTunes U, go ahead and click Log Out, and you'll be logged out of iTunes U at Penn State.